Welcome back to another No Limits video. Today we're heading out to my good mate JoJo's place to build a set of rock sliders for my big green Jeep. Yeah. So if you saw in Ray's video, the Jeep and Oz, we got in a couple of little tight situations checking out tracks for Jambo, and fortunately the old girl took a little bit of damage. So you scraped all up this garden, up that door, pushed all the other mirror in. So I think it's about time we put some rock sliders on this, and JoJo's been up me a little bit to go and make a set. So yeah, we're going to head out to his place and check out the program he uses to design his rock sliders, which will give us all our measurements and bends and everything like that. So alright, we'll head out and we'll see you there. We'll find out how JoJo designs his rock sliders.
We got to wait for the whole system to boot up because it's a bit old and decrepit like me. JoJo doesn't play video games. What are you talking about? So I use a program called Bentec. You don't have to use it. You can just use concrete floor like every other bastard does. But what this program is going to do is give us a very, very accurate plan on where to put our bend lines, which is super important if you need to do more than one item or you're going to do a duplicate of that item. So that's what this program is good for.
It takes the guesswork out of it, so we're not making them 5 times.
Yes. So here's one I sort of put up the other day of what we're going to do, but I think what we'll do is we'll just redesign the whole thing. So we're going to go for that kind of look though, with a rear step and that front the way it is. But
because my toolbox is in the way.
Bloody toolboxes. We'll just go all over again. So with Bentec, it uses what's called pick points. So these are just 3D points in space that tells you the dimensions of what you want to build. So for that main square section of tube, it's 1900 long. So I just type in 1900 into this front section here, and I'll press apply. And then we've got 2 points on there now. So what I can do is I'll go straight, and I want to get 50 by 50 by 4, which is what we're using. I'll select that pick point, that pick point. It's asking me for a rotation because it's square tube. I don't want any rotation, so just press OK. And that's our square tube. It's all done. So what we do now is we will nut out where the rest of this is going to go. Front one.
It was 190 for the back one.
190.
190.
So this thing here, I don't know if you can see it. This thing here is called.
Hang on, let me get in there. I can see it.
This thing here, that's called a TriStar. I've also got one on my plan, which is down here. So that everything I put into there, these measurements here, go out on a TriStar of whatever pick point I choose. For now, it's just this one here. So we want to go out 190, and do you want to do a 90-degree bend on there?
On the front?
Oh, that's the very back.
On the very back? I think 90 on the very back.
Yep, so that'll take care of that. So just press apply. And now, because we're just clear values, we know how long we want to make it. We put in 500 and we click that pick point there. And that goes out off that pick point. And now, because we know that's 190, we clear these values again. We go forwards 190 and left 190, which will give you 45 degrees. Puts that pick point on there.
Yeah, right.
So, and then we go bend. We want 2 bends. We go 1, and then before we go to that one, we need to go bend mode, because we want to do and I forget which one's which on here. Tangent start or end? I think it's start. What is that, honey? Where's my other pick point? I didn't press apply. Let's go backwards a bit. There, apply. Right, now we're good. So we go 2 bends, 1, and before we go that one, we go tangent start. And we'll call that rear. Doesn't need to mean anything. And now, because we wanted to make that bend start where that 500mm line is, you can see on there where that pick point is, that's the start of the bend. And then it comes around. So that's good. I'm glad I got that on the first try. Boom, boom, 1 bent tube, bang, 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 front, bang. We're done. This is a cool part here. So this is the cut tab. This is where all the magic happens. So this is the cut tab. This is the whole reason why I use this program. All this stuff here, we can just do that on the concrete. But this stuff here makes life a hell of a lot easier. So what you do is you select new cut, and you select what you want to cut, which is that, and what you want to cut it to, and then press complete. And then that black line that just come up is where the cut's going to get placed. So, I mean, that's a square cut, that's pretty easy, but this is down here, this is where it becomes better. And then press complete, and it gives our cope onto that round tube.
Yeah.
And this one here is probably a little bit hairy going too, because it's 45, and it'll give us that. And then all our cuts in there, so there's 4 cuts. And then we can double click on, let's do this funny looking one. And that's the template that it does, and you literally just print that off.
We just cut it out and wrap it around the pipe and cut the pipe.
Pretty much. So that one, that's obviously a straight cut, that one. That's really easy. But what it's still going to do is tell us where to put that cut.
Yeah. So will this give you cut lengths as well?
Yes. So we'll go into that next. So if we go up to parts, and then these are all our parts. So we've got four parts. Have we got 4? Rear, hopefully rear.
We should only have 3 parts.
We should only have 3. I don't know why we've got 4.
Oh, because we've got 2 rears there.
What we'll do is we'll flush this out. So it saves all the parts. So we've only got 3. Why is that still there? Oh, that's that funny looking one.
yeah, let's not cut that one.
Let's not do that. So what we do here is we select that part, and then we go up to part details. It brings up this whole new tab. So here's our part. So this is the rear section, and depends on which way you orientate, this will depend how it prints out. So make sure you put it in the right spot. And that red bit there, that's an automatic default cutoff that I put into this program to allow it to fit into my bender. I do a 200 default on the start, just so it fits through the start of my bender. And then we can come up to bend order. And now this is my bender. This is actually set up for my bender.
Yeah,
so
right.
When I press start, it goes through a bend cycle.
Yep.
So
we know which way to bend it.
We know which way, if it's going to hit the floor, or the biggest drama I have with close bends is, am I going to have enough room to actually put the angle finder to figure out if I'll have enough room. So we can actually change that if we want to where it starts to bend. So we can bend this all from the end now instead of the start, and see how there's enough room on there now.
Yep.
So yeah, you can do it however you like, but you put it through the simulation, make sure it's going to work for you. So we'll leave that as end to end because that's going to fit into my bender better. And up here we've got our bend locations, angles, and spring angle as well. So that
even takes into consideration how much the pipe's going to bend back when you...
Yeah, it does. So I've put enough data in this for it to know, but you can add spring angle data into this.
Yep.
For previous bends that you've done, so that it knows how much spring angle, because there's the golden rule of you need 2 or 3 degrees for spring back.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, it might only be 1 degree if you're doing like a 20-degree bend.
Yeah.
Because you're not bending as far. And the same as in if you go past 90, it actually gets less as well. It's in between that 20 and 90 degrees where it's that 2 to 3 degrees.
Yep.
And you put enough data into this, it knows.
It'll actually figure it out for you.
What it's going to be, yeah. So, and what we can do here is we press print on this, and this will actually print out a bend sheet. So it'll have all our bend locations on it, which are written up there.
Yep.
And then how much we don't need any rotation because that's a flat part.
Yep.
And there are our bends, and this is how much spring angle we need.
Right, so we're going to bend it to that measurement in the bender, and it'll be spot on.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
I'll grab that bend thing, I'll give you a look.
Flash with this.
So this is our, we call these bend instructions. So there's our part with our cut-offs. It tells us here how much cut-off we got on the start, how much cut-off we got on the end, so there's 200 on both.
Yep.
So that's not a big deal because we can use those to put into the middle of the sliders.
Yep. Yeah, use them as our little standoff things.
So we've got our cut length, which is 1346.56. That's that accurate.
That's accurate.
And it weighs about 3 kilos.
Yeah, right, and gives you weight.
Even gives you weight. So here's our bend instructions down here, which is it correlates directly with what's on there. So we take that out in the shed. All of this is our pick point data. We don't actually need that for out there.
Yep.
That's only on there because I don't know how to turn it off. I'm gonna film some stuff there.
Yep.
I'm gonna film me, you filming me.
Are ya?
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like a tutorial sort of thing. This is how this bender works. Look how cool this is.
Yep.
Hopefully. Here's how this works, man. Sure we can work it out anyway, but
yeah.
Start of the bend line goes at the start of the die. Then we got our keeper, which goes on like that. You screw this down. This will become loose very quickly. Let's make sure we're on the right spot.
That chalk line there. Look.
Yeah, that's right. So just put that chalk line right on the end of the die, like that. Don't have to go overly too tight with that, because once that presses into the die, it loosens up anyway.
Yeah.
It's that easy. I'm a little bit more sophisticated. I've got an air over hydraulic system. Awesome. I just like to put this up with hands so I save a little bit of air. It's a bit of an air feed, this thing. Bloody hell, mate. That's not far off, is it?
Yep, close enough. That's the front, and then we do the next hoop that comes out and around.
That's right.
Which is what you're gonna,
Yep.
what we're gonna cut out now.
Yep. And then we'll grab that main bar, and then we'll do our copes, and then we'll weld it all together.
Yep.
And then we can bring the car in, and then start building out the mounts.
Yep. So that little bit of time on the computer does really save a lot of time out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'll just pump that out in what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And now I'll measure this and pump this out in another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to put it together.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
I mean, the big benefit with this is if you could do them like multiple sets.
Yeah.
So this is like a production level kind of scenario.
Yeah, so if you had that file saved for, say, patrol wagon, you could just...
Which I've got, which
you just pump them out.
Which I've got this here. So this is a jig to build sliders onto patrols. So
yeah, right.
I've got the data on the computer that tells me where to put the bends and all that.
Yep.
And then I build it onto that with my mounts and stuff.
Yeah, righto.
And then I can ship that straight out to the customer.
Yep. You mean at very competitive, family-friendly prices.
Oh, mate, the shipping rate.
Oh, shipping is ridiculous. Yeah. If you don't want to pay shipping, you can just pick them up from Toowoomba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or are we not supposed to say where we are? Toowoomba's a big place, they won't find us.
$4.86 for our first bend.
I'll hold the dumb end of the tape.
It's about there somewhere. So all that precision stuff that I do pretty much gets thrown out the door here.
Yeah. Yeah, when we draw on the chalk. We work within like 0.1 of a millimetre.
Yeah, sure.
And then draw a 3 mil line with a piece of chalk.
Yep. That's how I do it.
Yep.
And then 951.
Yeah, no, that's normal.
So this one will test you because you need to set up a angle finder on the end.
Right.
So you get your second bend.
That'd be good because I'm pretty bad at the second bend. I can always make the first bend. It's that second bend that I'm not great at.
You'll be right. I'll get that.
I think that's going to work out nice. 283.
What are you going for?
284.
Got to be 284, mate.
Yeah, it's not right if it's not 284.
Can't even be 283 and a half. Has to be 284.
We're at 282 and a half.
You went backwards.
Somehow. It takes skill. That went nowhere. 24. 24. And 284.
Sweet. We're a pro at this now.
Yep. And the bend line.
See, we're learning things here in JoJo's shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever guys. What are we going to do here?
So we
Clean
just
up the ends, ready for welding.
cap them off.
Cap them off.
And then cap them off.
So if you want to get onto the caps,
Yep.
I'll get on to cleaning shit up,
Yep.
and then we'll weld them out.
Yeah, we just got to make those two little bits that go in the middle there.
And those two little bits.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Righto.
I'll film you filming me.
Hang on. We got to get it. Did we get this right?
Oh, you're filming you.
I'm filming
me, filming you.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That happened.
You did.
We'll let that cool anyway. We'll get them fucking stays on there tomorrow. They won't be hard to do.
Yeah.
And then look into that other side. That other side should only take, how long did this take? A couple of hours?
Yeah. It didn't take too long.
No. The welding part's easy.
Yeah. It's the making stuff part that's hard.
Yeah.
And there it is. That's one side. Pretty well done. And it's 20 past 1 in the morning right now, so
That's what you do.
I think nearly time to call it a night.
Yeah. This is how it works.
That's it.
You said we'll work through the night.
Yeah, true.
That was your idea.
I said a day was still lunchtime tomorrow. Well, lunchtime today now, isn't it?
We're probably a couple of hours off finishing, three or four at the very most.
Yeah.
We're not far off doing it within a day.
Yeah, it's still doable in a day.
Yeah.
It'd be a big day, but it's a day.
Fucking around at the start.
Yeah.
And we've been talking quite a lot.
True.
Because that's kind of what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We haven't had beers on a Saturday night.
We've been hooking in.
Yeah, we have.
Apart from the not hooking in part.
Yeah. And we went and got pizza.
We did.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
We had a lunch break.
We did.
That wasn't more like dinner.
It was.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Well, the world is done for the day.
It is.
He's done well.
Yep. And the other side's tomorrow's issue. So.
Yeah. Bloody oath.
Right. We'll be back in the. I want to say AM, but it's already the AM.
It is. We'll be back in the AM still though.
Yeah. Be later in the AM.
Yeah.
Yep. In the daylight hours. Alright. Sliders are all welded up. Got them strapped down. I'll do a bit of cleaning up and paint them when I get home. So yeah, we're a bit over a day, but pretty well. Big thanks to old JoJo, who's over here seeing how many Ks are on his car.
Yeah, not as many as I thought.
Yep. So, yeah. Well, thanks for doing that one.
Oh, no worries, mate.
Yeah, getting all sorted.
Anytime. Come back and bloody do some scrub rolls. It'll take 3 days.
Yep. Yeah, that's a lot.
Should take a couple of hours, but we'll take 3 days.
It's a lot of tube bending.
There's a little bit more in that.
Yep. Yes. Oh, you want to see more of the technical side of it? Head over to JoJo's YouTube. What's your YouTube channel?
JoJo Barwick.
That's it. On YouTube.
That's all it is for now, anyway.
Yep. And the Instagrams and TikTok.
They're all the same.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you can find him on all those platforms.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, mate.
No worries.
Appreciate you letting me do the work, mate. It's been a pleasure, buddy, doing something on a old girl like that. To be honest,
yeah.
It's not something you get to do very often. So, yeah, had a lot of fun doing that.
Definitely something different.
Yeah.
Righto.
Too easy, brother.
Too easy. Righto, we're back home. Just gave the sliders a nice coat of Raptor. Cleaned up a few of the edges beforehand. Yeah, edge primed them and then hit them with the Raptor. So we'll see how this turns out. So I actually haven't raptored anything before. Dan was always the one that did all the raptoring, but he's off around Australia enjoying himself with his family. And if you haven't gone over and checked out his channel, it's Leaving Tracks, I think it is. I'll have to verify that one, but I'll put a link down in the description to Dan's channel. Go check him out and give him a follow, see what he's been up to. So once these sliders are dried up, all the paint's dry on them, we'll get them fitted up. So we're all set to go. It's leaving tomorrow to go to Jambo, which will be the Thursday. Head over. A little bit of final track planning and that sort of stuff. And yeah, I will try and get this video edited tonight, and so we can get it up Sunday. So if all going well, you should be watching this Sunday, which will be 1st October, I'm pretty sure. If not, then I missed it and it's like a month later. Alright, sliders are dry. Got them all fitted up. Looking pretty good. Yeah, it's got a big mount that goes up around the chassis with a bolt in it through there. And then bolts in through the 4 10mm bolts through the chassis there, which is through a factory mount port in this chassis, so it's actually got crushed tubes in it already. I know, overall I think they come up really nice. So it's got us all the prep we really needed. So passenger side's got that nice kick out around the toolbox. So they come out really sharp. Really happy with how that turned out. Righto, so that's that job done, ticked off the list. I've got to go edit this video and try and get it up before I go to Jambo. So if it is up, anyone that's watching, if you are at Jeep Jamboree at Woodford 2023, yeah, if you see me, come say hi. It's really mean a lot to know that people actually watch what I do. Yeah, and you come check the sliders out in person. Come and have a look at the whole Jeep. To be honest, most of you have probably already seen it if you go to these sort of events. I'm a little bit of a regular at most of them, so anyway. And I will be handing out some stickers. I've got some stickers made up, so I'll be handing those out at Jambo. And if I got some left over, yeah, leave a comment. I'll send you one. Yeah, if that's the sort of thing you guys are after. So anyway, yeah, like I said, give us a like and subscribe, follow, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you can check me out on Jeffro84 on Instagram. The No Limits Instagram, not much is really happening with that at the moment. We're still working out what to do because, like I said, Dan's off doing his Leaving Tracks Making Memories one, as he's off around Australia with his family. So yeah, head over and check out his YouTube as well, and give his Instagram a follow. So, like I said, we're still in the process of working out what to do with the No Limits Instagram. Yeah, drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Should I take that one over and stop mine, rename mine? Sort of, yeah. Any sort of insight will help us. So, righto. Yeah, and we'll catch you in the next one.